we outside, we outside, we outside. We outside.
Coming out of the capital of Canada, Marcia Charmant, aka Deja, or more widely known as the co-founder of ShottawaTV, was a known event planner and the co-founder of a massive Instagram page called ShottawaTV, known for being Ottawa's top news source and a top source for Ottawa-related content, amassing a whopping 200,000 follower count on Instagram, with some going as far as even labeling it as Ottawa's own 6 Buzz TV. The story behind the scenes is rarely shown, and sadly, this story does not have a happy ending. But today, we will be covering the story of ShottawaTV, Ottawa's fallen blogger. Marcia Charmant, aka Deja, was born on August 7, 2002, as the eldest of 4. Her mom described her as her little ladybug. She was selfless, witty, and had an infectious laugh. At age 6, while living in Ottawa around Christmas time, Deja was one of 30 kids selected through various local organizations to participate in a program that paired them with police officers to shop at a mall for presents, an experience that would be featured in the local newspaper, the Ottawa Citizen. The youngsters were each given $200 worth of gift cards to buy whatever they wanted. While most of them bought presents for themselves, Deja opted to buy gifts for her mother and siblings. "There's nothing for kids there," a police officer told little Deja. "It's for my mommy," Deja told him. "Because she's poor," she told the Ottawa Citizen. "My mom has nothing, and I love my mom. I have to give her a lot because she's very nice." Later in life, Deja volunteered her time to support troubled youth, and after graduating from high school, she pursued a degree in social work at the University of Ottawa. But sadly, tragedy would strike Deja and her family as on Saturday, February 15, 2020. Mark Anthony Jackson, Deja's father, was at a barbershop in the Saint Laurent district of Montreal while he got into an altercation with another Montreal native named Selwyn George Chin, aka Wong. During the altercation, Mark allegedly had butted Wong, which resulted in Wong leaving the scene and returning 2 hours later armed with a firearm looking to confront Mark. When Mark got really close to Wong, just a few feet away, Wong pointed the gun and shot at Mark right through the heart. That shot, fired at point-blank range, Wong killed Mark almost instantly. He fled the scene and rushed towards the metro system, but was shortly arrested at a friend's house a few days later and charged with first-degree murder. At trial, he was found guilty by a jury for first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Not only was she coming from a socio-economically disadvantaged background, but she also had to endure the loss of her father at such a young age. Deja knew she had to strive not only to improve her own situation, but also that of her entire family. Shortly after her father's death, Deja took a break from her studies at the University of Ottawa. This is when she went on to co-found and run the famous account ShottawaTV in October 2021, which has since taken off, amassing a whopping 200,000 followers on Instagram and becoming Ottawa's biggest and most trending source of news and content. Oftentimes, showcasing the city's rising talent, shouting out new businesses, and some artists repping the 613. But unfortunately, blogging wasn't the only thing Deja was allegedly affiliated with. On May the 2nd, 2024, a search warrant was executed by the Ottawa police at a home on Clarence Street, where officials seized over $3,500 in cash, crack cocaine, a bulletproof vest, and a prohibited magazine. A 19-year-old Jordan Laviolette and a 21-year-old Marcia Charmant, aka Deja, both of Ottawa, were jointly charged with several counts of drug offenses, possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of proceeds of crime, and breach of probation, quietly making the headlines. It is still unknown whether these charges held up in court due to multiple factors. With ShottawaTV being on the rise, she started hosting an Ottawa's Got Talent event on Instagram Live and also collaborated with the West Side legend, Lulu Banks.
But I really got it strong, got it greed on me.
What you blessed? What do I deal with?
You guys are not on my level, dog. You're not on my level. Trust me. Trust me. Add someone who's serious, please.
She wasted no time collaborating with rising artists and even dropping exclusive music videos on her YouTube page, featuring artists like Young Bossa G and controversial rapper Mesco. But it was when Deja had an event in Brampton that this story was struck with yet another fatal tragedy. On October 19, 2024, at approximately 6 a.m., Deja and 4 of her friends were in a car, leaving a recording studio in Brampton to head to their Airbnb, when an unknown shooter in another vehicle pulled up and fired several bullets at them. 4 of them hit 22-year-old Marcia Charmant, aka Deja, the one in her chest being the one that ultimately killed her and was pronounced dead on the scene.
The aftermath of yet another fatal shooting north of Toronto, this time at a cluster of industrial units in Brampton.
And unfortunately, one of those people was pronounced deceased on scene.
It happened around 6 in the morning in a parking lot outside a group of businesses, including a car repair shop.
Nothing surprises me nowadays.
Tow truck dispatcher Rochelle Lapierre was working the overnight shift. She heard the gunshots.
Repetitive pop, 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 pop. And a few minutes later, a lot of sirens. And then it wasn't for an hour later that I put it together when my dispatcher said, I can't get in, the police won't let me in.
There were multiple shots fired, but an exact number, I do not have that.
Police say 6 people were inside this GMC Yukon, 5 adult women and a male driver. You could see bullet holes on the windshield. Another vehicle approached and opened fire.
At some point, another vehicle attended and began shooting at this parked vehicle.
A security camera from a neighboring business appears to show a white car enter the parking lot right before the shooting. Police haven't confirmed this was the suspect's vehicle. 1 bullet fired struck the glass door of this auto repair shop. Shortly after, security video shows tactical officers from Peel Regional Police entering the lobby, their guns drawn, but police found no suspects at the scene. The shop's owner said the shooting was too close.
That's crazy because it could have been any one of us, you know what I mean? So it's crazy that somebody died right in front of our doorstep.
Police making a familiar appeal for dashcam footage from anyone driving along this street in the early morning. About 3 years ago, there was another shooting in the same parking lot, but no one died. This time, a woman lost her life and 3 others were injured. No known motive at this time. Colleen.
Sean O'Shea, thank you, Sean.
Another woman was taken to a nearby trauma center in critical condition. A 3rd woman and the male driver were taken to a nearby hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries, while the remaining 2 women were unharmed. Katiuska Charmant, Deja's mother, says she's living in denial. Her daughter's death doesn't feel real, nor can she find any reason why it should be. Who would want to kill her, and for what? Her father died from a bullet in 2020, and then she died from a bullet in 2024. I don't get it. Is it a curse? Asked her grieving mother in an emotional interview with The Star, a Toronto-based newspaper. Peel Regional Police have not identified a suspect or said whether it was targeted. Investigators are exploring every potential lead and link, a Peel Police spokesperson said. But the streets are allegedly claiming that this was a targeted shooting, and that the target of this shooting was a local gang member or rapper that she or her entourage might have linked up with at the recording studio and got caught in the middle of this diabolical hit, while others are claiming it was a simple case of mistaken identity. But I pray her family gets the answers and justice they deserve for the daughter and the sister they have lost in this tragedy, as this case remains unsolved to this day, with no known updates provided by the Peel Police Department since late 2024. Rest in peace, Deja. You will be truly missed, but your spirit still lives on, making an impact on the lives of hundreds of thousands of Ottawa citizens on a daily basis with ShottawaTV, from posting breaking news, whether local or worldwide, to helping out hundreds of local artists and promoting a bunch of local businesses. Rest easy, Deja. Thank you for watching the story of ShottawaTV, Ottawa's fallen blogger. For more content and documentaries like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out, netizens.